এই তোমরা শুধু how's life going on?
Hello students, how are you? I hope everyone is fine. So first of all, I want to say that you need to follow some rules and regulation of this live class, because if you all talk together, actually we cannot continue the class properly. That's why my request is not to make any sound. So if there is any sound, don't talk and don't make any sound. As a problem is going on, I mean coronavirus is going on, you all need to be very much careful regarding this. So some students are making sound. Some students are making sound, so I request them not to make any sound beside them. Keep the environment neat and clean. So, dear students, I don't see you for a long time, so I hope spending a very good time here. Someone is singing. Can you please send him out of the room? A kid is singing. Can you please send him out of
This student sound করবো যাও sound করতে না
Yeah, please don't make any sound, please. Yeah, dear students, let's start with the class. So do you know what actually we are going to start with? Dear students, I expect your response. Do you know what actually we are going to start with? The topic? No idea. Fine. So let's see what actually we are going to start with. I'm sharing a screen, and you students, get ready with your copy and pen in front of you so that you can take the notes when necessary. Fine. Dear students, let's begin the class. Now our topic is comparison of adjectives and adverbs. Do you know what is this about? Students, comparison of adjective and adverbs. Do you know what is it about? Actually, this topic has another name, and it is, you all know about degree. Have you heard of degree?
Yes sir.
Okay, so actually degree means, what is degree actually? Degree means comparison of adjective and adverb. That's why the title is given first, comparison of adjective and adverb. Then I have retitled it to degree. So whenever the term comes about degree, you have to remember that it means comparison of adjective and adverb. So how many degree means comparison of adjective and adverb. So how many types of degrees are there? Can you imagine? Can you guess?
No.
Yeah, we know there are three types. So have patience. There are three types of degrees are there. One is,
How many?
Three types. Look at the screen. I'm sharing the screen. Can you see?
Yes sir.
Okay. Three types of degrees are
How
there.
many types of degree are there?
Students, you are
Sir,
told,
how many?
look at the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Okay, go to video class. And I'm just showing you in the desktop. So in the screen you will find three types of degrees are there. One is positive degree, another one is comparative, and another one is superlative. Fine? Okay, now look.
Positive and superlative, right sir?
Yes. Positive, comparative, and superlative. Look. So first of all, students, you need to understand the superlative. Then you can go go for writing. I will give you time to write it. Clear? So don't go for writing while I'm just explaining this. First of all, look at the adjective good. And I earlier told you a degree means adjectives and adverbs. So that's why all the words must be adjective or adverb. So for the first word, good. What is the comparative form? Is better. Can you see that? Yeah. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
The positive form is good. Comparative form is better. Superlative form is best. Fine. So what about few?
Few is fewer.
Few and fewer and fewest. Good. Happy, happy,
Happier.
happier, happiest. Costly,
Sir, I didn't understand.
costly, costlier, costliest.
Costliest.
Fine. Beautiful,
More beautiful, most beautiful.
beautiful. Intelligent,
Intelligent, most intelligent.
fine. So
Sir,
students,
I didn't understand clearly.
students, now I have a question to you. So in some words we have used er and est to make it comparative and superlative. But in the last two words, we have used more and most to make it comparative and superlative. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Someone is making sound. I request them, please. The guardians probably making sound. Okay. So,
Sir. Talking, sir.
yes, madam.
Can you give me the definition of a degree?
Yeah, I'm giving. Just wait, please. So,
Thank you, sir.
I will repeat this. I will ask you for question. Look. So, students, for the first four words, we have used either er and or es for the comparative and superlative, right? But in the last two words, we have used more and most. You see that? Okay. Now, can you explain me why actually we are not using beautifuler or beautifulest, intelligenter or intelligentest? Why we are not actually doing this?
Because sir, after certain syllables, we have to use more or most.
That's very good. What's your name?
Marishad.
Okay. So see. So do you know the word syllable?
No, sir.
Don't you know the okay? Have you heard
Nouns.
of the word oxford in Bangla?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What does actually an oxford mean?
Occur means a letter.
No. Okay. So in the word Bangladesh, how many syllables or oxfords are there?
Sir, I can't understand the result of more beautiful and most beautiful.
Okay. I'm explaining this. Look. Fine. So syllable means it's a segment of word when you pause to pronounce like view. Okay, look, beautiful, beautiful. How many syllables are there?
Yeah.
Beautiful. How many syllables are there? 3 syllables, right? Okay. Intelligent, intelligent. How many? 3. No, 4. Intelligent. How many? 4 syllables. Then what about costly? Costly. How many?
Two.
2. Happy. How many?
Two.
2. Few. How many? 1. Right? Good. In the word good, how many syllables are there? Good. 1. In the word good, how many syllables are there? Hello? Students, can you hear me? Students, can you hear me? Okay. In the word good, there is only 1 syllable, right?
One
Yes,
syllable.
sir.
Okay. So now what can you guess from this chart? Still, why I'm telling about the syllable? In the word good, there is one syllable and we use ER and EST. Then few, one syllable, use ER and EST. Happy, two syllable, use ER and EST. Costly, two syllable, use ER and EST.
Sir,
That means
syllable.
that, yeah, if it is one or two syllable, we have to use ER or EST. Clear?
Happy.
What
Okay.
syllable?
Okay, if it is more than two syllable, if it is more than two syllable, it may be three, four, five, doesn't matter. So we have to use more and most. Is it clear? Is
So
it
if
clear?
there is three or four syllable, what we have to use?
That means if it is more than two syllables, we have to use more and most. Is it clear?
More.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, question.
Sir, what is syllable?
Okay, first of all, okay then.
Sir, sir, Ratan sir, Abdi.
Okay, Abdi.
Sir, some extra sounds are coming. Television
Wait,
sounds
wait.
and extra
Abdi.
sounds, sir.
Abdi, get silent.
Guardians are.
Get silent. Students and guardians are requested not to make any extra sound, please. Guardians are requested not to make any extra sound. Okay. Students, now,
We are not quite able to hear your sounds. Sounds are
students,
way too much and covering your sound.
students, now note some points. This is some important point. Just note, look, what
Note
actually
করতে
I have told you. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes,
Sir.
Okay. Some points to be noted. If adjective is of one or two syllables, it takes ER in the comparative form and EST in the superlative form. Do you get it?
yes, sir.
Okay, now write it. Write this point. The second point, for example, good, few, happy, and costly. These are one or two syllable words. That's why we have used what? For good, it is better and best. For few,
সবগুলো আছে তারপর একসাথে করে
fewer and fewest. For happy, it is happier and happiest. And for costly, it is costlier and costliest. Right? So if the adjective is more than two syllables, it takes more in comparative form and most in the superlative form. Already told this, right? For example,
Sir, more than three syllable or more than three?
no, more than two syllables. If it is more than two syllables, it takes more in the comparative and most in the superlative. Is it clear? For example, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. Responsible, responsible, more responsible, most responsible. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay.
System extra noises.
Look,
Sir,
but
can you give the definition of syllable?
look, if there is an exception, students, this is an exception. Hello, students, this is an exception.
স্টুডেন্ট গুলা তো স্যারের কথা শোনা বাদ দিয়ে নিজেরা নিজেদের মধ্যে চ্যাট করতেছে, আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
Okay, I'm muting all the students. Then you will have
হ্যাঁ
not have any option.
হ্যাঁ
Sir, it's more better, sir, to tell everyone to mute.
Yeah, I'm doing this.
আর ফেসবুকে গেলেন
Sir,
কেন?
sir, we can talk.
ফেসবুকে
Sir,
কি করে?
কথা শোনা যাইতেছে না, স্যার।
Wait, wait.
এই,
Let me mute
স্যার,
this.
ভালো আছো?
এ পোলাপাইন
ওরে
কই,
বেটা।
পোলাপাইন।
Now, students, now you will not have the option to ask me any question right now. If you have any question, you have to ask me later. Okay. Now I'm going back to my lecture. So the noted points are: if the adjective is of one or two syllables, it takes er in the comparative and est in the superlative form. For example, good, few, happy, and costly. But if the syllable is more than, if the word is more than two syllables, it takes more in the comparative and most in the superlative form. Already I have explained this. For example, beautiful, intelligent, responsible. So beautiful, three syllables. Intelligent, there are four syllables. Responsible, there are four syllables. Okay, students, now very interesting point is that in the word Bangladesh, how many syllables are there? Bangla,
3.
three syllables are there. Fine. So now if I want to tell you that, if I tell you that make it comparative, what will you use? More Bangladesh or most Bangladesh? Now it looks disgusting, right? Actually,
It
what
cannot be
happens?
done. It's not an
Yes,
adjective.
yeah, it cannot be. Why? Because this is not adjective. Some students may think that okay, Bangladesh can be more Bangladesh, most Bangladesh. No, but we already told that degree means, the definition of degree means the comparison of adjectives and adverbs. So only the adjectives can be added with the suffix er or est. Is it clear? I hope it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Now the next point is, if there is, look, this is an exception. If there is full, less, or ly, and with the bracket I have written adverb. That means if the ly word is an adverb, only then we have to use more and most in the comparative and superlative form. So it doesn't matter how many syllables are there. If there is full at the end of the word, if there is less at the end of the word, if there is ly at the end of the word, it doesn't matter how many syllables are there. You must use more in the comparative and most in the superlative form. For example, look, powerful. In the word powerful, how many syllables are there? Power and full, two syllables. So it was supposed to be powerfuler, powerfulest, but actually it is
Yes,
not,
sir.
because we told that if there is full, I mean the suffix full, that means more powerful, most powerful. It is shameless. So shame and less, there are two syllables. We cannot use shamelesser or shamelessest, but as this is an exception, we have to use more shameless and most shameless. So the same happens to the word dangerous. So though there are more syllables, more than two syllables, but it goes to the rules of OUS. If there is OUS at the end, it also goes to the same rule. And slowly, students, now listen carefully. In the previous chart, I used the word costly. Do you know that I used the word costly, and
Yes.
here it is slowly. So it was costlier and costliest, but here it is slowly, and more slowly. Why? This is very interesting. So just be very attentive. Look,
Because costly is an adjective and
no,
slowly
yeah,
is an adverb.
fantastic. So by the time you got the answer, so costly is an adjective, but slowly is an adverb. That's why we have used here, despite being two syllables only, we have used here more slowly and most slowly.
Most good.
I hope up to this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now students, get ready with your pen and paper so that you can draw a chart and write something very much important that is very much useful for your exam. Okay, one thing is very important, that this class is designed though only for class 7, but actually the students of class 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 also, get this can get this class very much useful, because they will get at least 1 mark in the public exam from this class, and this is for sure. It may be more than 1 mark, but 1 mark is very much common. Thank you very much. Students, points to be noted for degree. In superlative degree, it is very important. In superlative degree, we must use some symbolic words, and these are, in superlative degree, when you will be told to make it superlative, you have to use the, and after the you have to use either est or most. So by this time we know where to use est and where to use most. Is it clear, students? est in superlative degree, right? And I'm telling
Yes,
that
sir.
in superlative you must use the and either est or most. Clear?
Yes,
And in comparative degree you must use er or more. Without er or more, you cannot actually make any comparative degree. You cannot change the form from superlative to comparative. So you have to use either er or more plus then is a must. You have to use between the two, er or more, you have to use either er or more, but then is the must. So in comparative you have to use either er or compare or more, and then in positive degree you have to use either as or so as. Here I am to clear that as can be used in both affirmative and negative sentence, and so and as is used only in negative sentence. I again tell that as is used either in affirmative or negative sentence, but so is specific to be used only for negative sentence. So let's see some more important points. Now students, I want you to note it down. Change of degree at a glance. So by this time so far what actually we have explained, now I am going to tell you in details. Actually,
Sir, can you return to the previous page?
which page, students? I will give the total video class in page 2, so that you can get the lecture again from the internet. So let's go with the class, because we have very limited time of 40 minutes only. Otherwise after 40
Okay,
minutes
sir.
the call will automatically be off. That's why we have to go on. Students, this is now the core point of your class. That means what actually we have told by this time. This is the summarization of the total class. Look, so look at the first red bold word, superlative. Above the superlative we have written the plus est oblique most. That means in superlative degree we have to use first the and then either est or most. We know by this time that where to use est and where to use most. Clear? In comparative degree we have to use either er or more, and you have to use then, and it is a must. Without then you cannot form a comparative degree. Clear? So in
yes, sir.
now in positive degree we see that there is as is. That means I told you A for affirmative, N for negative. I told you as can be used either in affirmative sentence or in negative sentence. For example, my friend is as good as I, or my friend is as good as his brother. So that means as is used as affirmative sentence. But what about the negative one? My friend is not so good as his sister, or my friend is not as good as his sister. That means as can be used either in affirmative or negative, but so has been used either in negative, so only in negative. So that might come to some confusion also to you. Now let me make it clear. Students, in superlative degree, look, this is the mark obtaining point for you. That means if you can remember this chart, you can easily, attain the, regain the mark. You can easily get 1 mark in the exam. This is in superlative degree. If you get, I'm starting at the from the end. If you see in the superlative degree, if you see there is one of the, in the sentence, if there is one of the, in comparative degree, after er or more, you have to use most other. I repeat, in superlative, if there is one of the, in comparative, after er or more, you have to use then most other. And in positive degree, you have to start with very few. I repeat, it is very few. And always take it for granted that the word few is always plural. Few is never singular. When it is in the subject position, it is plural. But if there is anything else except one of the, it may be all of, it may be of all, it may be nothing. So if there is anything except one of the, you have to use then any other, oblique, then all other. I repeat, then any other, oblique, all other, in comparative form. And what's the difference between any other and all other? Which one should we use actually? If we can use any of them, but if we use any other, we have to put a singular noun after that. But if we use all other, we have to use a plural form after that. And in positive degree, we have to start with no other. I hope it's clear up to this. Now, students, I have just, okay, can you just, do you want to note it down? If you note it down, I think it will be very much easier for you. So I'm giving you one.
Sir, I have not.
Yeah, I'm giving you 2 minutes to note it down.
I have noted down.
I'm recording this.
I
Don't talk.
already noted.
No extra talking, please, students. From next time, when you will be in online class, you must take it very carefully that there is no sound beside you. Some guardians are making sound. Can the students please tell your guardians to be silent? Okay, students, so I hope that by this time you have noted it down. So let's go for practice. And I think that if we go for practice, you will find it more, more clear to you. Let's go for practice. Students, the practice number 1. The example, Messi is the best player. Messi is the best of all players in the world. So, someone may not like Messi, someone may like Ronaldo. Ronaldo, doesn't matter. So the word is Messi is the best of all players in the world. Okay. So in which category does it lie? Do you know? Just look at the chart. It is in the last category of all.
Superlative.
Sorry, it's superlative, right? Of all. In the first example, I mean in the first row, after at the end of the superlative and the first rule of all. Can you see that, of all?
Yes.
Yeah. So if there is of all, now what to use in comparative degree? It is superlative. Now make it comparative. Now how to start it? Now everyone write.
Then any other or
No, comparative.
then
Yeah.
any
Now
other
right.
or
Messi is, first of all, students, you cannot change the subject and verb. So you have to write Messi is, right up to this.
Better
Done?
than
Now the best, the is for superlative. Now best is in superlative form. Now you need to convert it, make it comparative. What will be?
Messi is
Messi is better, right?
Better than
yeah.
any other
Okay.
players in the world.
So no,
Messi is
Messi.
better of all players.
Messi is better than all players in the world.
Okay, students. Now I think you'll get me if you just carefully listen to me. Look, they follow me. Messi is better than. We can use either any other or all other. Both the cases, both the terms we can use. So if we use any other, then we must use player. Messi is better than any other player in the world, right? So what if we use all other? Then we can also write Messi is better than all other players. Look at the word player. So if it is any other, it will be player. If it is all other, it will be players. Clear? Okay. So it is the comparative part gone. Now what about in